had never done any volunteering before, and in the hospital where I work, volunteers serve very important functions. So that I always thought if I had some time for that, I would like to do that. I think that the chance to interact with people that gives you, and the chance to feel you're maybe accomplishing something that's important that otherwise wouldn't be done, is a very good reason for volunteering. My name is Les Ottinger, and my wife and I moved to Nantucket last fall, so we've been here for about 6 months. And I retired in the fall, and Joan stopped work last summer, and we decided we would like to move out here then.
We bought our house in part because I like birds very much, and on the edge of the creeks here there are some really nice chances to watch birds. That's a snowy egret there who's walking along, stirring things up.
Well, I think another reason also for getting involved in volunteering, for me at least, was that coming here and not knowing very many people, I thought it would give me a chance to find out a little bit more about the community and to meet some of the people who are here, which has proved to be the case. The people I've come in contact with through volunteering are people I would probably never have, would not have encountered for a long time. So that it's been, I think, a very useful way to get to know more about what's happening in the community and to meet some of the people that are active in things here that are important. Mm-hmm. I was a physician. I was a surgeon, actually, for about 35 years. I still work a couple of days a week in Boston. I still run a residency training program there and teach some
you could call Dr.
at the hospital and at the medical school. But that left me with a fair amount of time, and there are a lot of things I like to do here. I like reading, and I like working around the house doing some minor shop things. But still, I was left with a fair amount of time, and also I really missed the contact which I'd had previously with residents and with students. I enjoyed teaching very much there, and I thought if I could use some of my spare time in that way, that would be very worthwhile to me. The actual thing that I'm doing, the task that I ended up with, was meeting and helping some young people from Salvador who spoke essentially no English at all, begin to try to acquire enough language at least so that they could handle things at their work and begin to participate more around the island with their severe language deficit. So Sylvia O'Donnell first put me in contact with 2 young women who are about 20 and who
14.
Although they're literate in Spanish, had no knowledge at all, almost no knowledge at all of English. I began to work with them.
Monday.
And since then I've acquired a couple of their friends who come in also.
And Rabia is not here tonight, right?
Yeah.
Is Rabia ill?
Sick.
Sick, yes. Okay. Is Rabia's father all right? Is he all right now?
Yeah.
He was ill before.
Yeah.
I'm Sylvia O'Donnell. I'm the director of the literacy program, and Les is one of our tutors. He called me, maybe a month ago, and said he wanted to do some volunteering, and we met and looked over some of the materials. I didn't have anybody at the moment for him, but within a few days we needed someone to work with speakers of other languages. And since he was from Texas, I thought, maybe he knows a little Spanish, and that would be good. So he said, sure, he was willing to try it. And he started with 2 students, and then they kept bringing their friends. So he must be really good. And I think now he has 5,
is
which
Estrella
is
from Salvador?
way more than we expect from our tutors, but he's happy. So we'll see whether they stay together, or we may look for another tutor and split the group. But we'll make that decision.
Where will she work?
A little later.
And he's been terrific.
Oh, he's been fantastic. I'm just so thrilled with him.
Hi, my name is Alvaro Zuniga, and I'm here trying to explain what my friends writing here think about this program. They are trying really hard to learn English because it's very important for them, for the communication about their work and their lives in this country. They really appreciate all the help that they are receiving from everybody, and I want to thank too. It's a great program, and we hope they keep doing it. We really appreciate it.
So, today is Monday,
Monday
the
is
13th
13 de April.
of April. Okay. There are actually a lot of volunteer opportunities on Nantucket. One could begin by looking in the newspaper and there are columns which list the various services and organizations that need volunteers. So there's a really big need for volunteers, and volunteers fill a need in organization or in programs which can't very well be filled by professional employees for a lot of different reasons. So there are a lot of opportunities for volunteering out here. I think actually more than I was aware of in Boston. And if people have time, I'm sure there are a lot of different things they could do, and surely it's about as rewarding as any way time to spend your time if you're not working.
Well, thank you, Les. That was
That's all you need.
that was great.